Hello, welcome to the Your Island Pension Upload Portal tutorial. This tutorial is intended for employers who are uploading contributions via the Your Island Pension Upload portal. This tutorial is not for employers using a payroll provider who are completing this on their behalf, or employers who are using Returns Creator. If you are not sure, you can check out the contribution payment decision tree. Once you have signed in, you'll be on the home landing page. Select the Employee Management button. On this screen, you'll see the following options: Employees, Onboarding, Payroll Contributions, Leaver Opt-out, and Alterations. Select Payroll Contributions. There are two ways you can enter contribution data. One is on the website itself and the other is via a spreadsheet. We'll first run through completing a contribution on the website. You will need to enter your employees' Social Security number. You will have all employees you have onboarded appear in a drop-down list. You can select this here or manually type this in. Date of birth, last name, their employer pension amount. This will be the regular ongoing contribution the employer is making into the plan. Their employee pension amount. This will be the regular ongoing contribution the employee is making into the plan. And any employee additional amount. This will be an irregular amount that would be contributed into the plan, such as a bonus that the employee has requested to be invested. You are also able to remove all data you have input or simply a row of data if this has been added in error. To remove all data, select the box next to Social Security number. This will turn all rows into a tick once selected. You will then need to click Remove Selected to delete these. Alternatively, if you only need to delete one row or select a few rows, then select the box next to the employee or employees you wish to remove. This will turn into a tick once selected. You will then need to click Remove Selected to delete these. Once you have entered in the contribution data, you will need to select the coverage this is for. There are two options for the frequency of the contribution. One is monthly and one is weekly. If you have a monthly contribution, then the period will be between 1 and 12. So if we want to upload a contribution for January, then the period will be 1. If we want to upload a contribution for August, then the period will be 8. If you have weekly contributions, then the period will be between 1 and 52, which is the number of weeks within the year. If we want to upload a contribution for the 17th of January 2024, then the period will be 3. If we want to upload a contribution for the 26th of January 2024, then the period will be 4. For this example, we have entered in a contribution for January 2024, and we complete this on a monthly basis. We will enter the year 2024 in the Year section. Select the relevant frequency from the drop-down, which is monthly for this case, and enter 1 for January in the Period section. Once all this information has been entered, then you will need to select the Validate button. If the information has been input correctly, then you will have a green message stating the employee has been validated successfully. If any information has been input incorrectly or is in the wrong format, it will provide you with a red error message in the bottom of the screen with what has been input incorrectly. Once you have input all the data correctly and get the green message stating the employee has been validated successfully, then select the Submit button. The second method of uploading contributions is via the spreadsheet. On the Payroll Contributions section, select the Export button. This will download a spreadsheet with the relevant columns that need to be completed. Open the spreadsheet from your downloads. You will need to enter your employees, Social Security number, date of birth, last name, their employer pension amount. This will be the regular ongoing contribution the employer is making into the plan. Their employee pension amount. This will be the regular ongoing contribution the employee is making into the plan. And any employee additional amount. This will be an irregular amount that would be contributed into the plan, such as a bonus that the employee has requested to be invested. Once this data has been completed, then save this spreadsheet. On the website, on the Payroll Contributions section, select the Import button. Locate the spreadsheet you have saved, select this and select Open. This will upload the completed data onto the website. Once you have uploaded the contribution data, you will need to select the coverage this is for. Again, for this example, we have entered in a contribution for January 2024, and we complete this on a monthly basis. We will enter the year 2024 in the Years section. Select the relevant frequency from the drop-down, which is monthly for this case, and enter 1 for January in the Periods section. Select the Validate button. If the information has been input correctly, then you will have a green message stating the employee has been validated successfully. If any information has been input incorrectly or is in the wrong format, it will provide you with a red error message in the bottom of the screen with what has been input incorrectly. Once you have input all the data correctly and get the green message stating the employee has been validated successfully, then select the Submit button. If you have a large number of employees that you have entered contribution data for in the website and wish to keep this without having to manually complete this every week or month, then you can select the Export button with the data on the website. This will export all the data on here, and this can be saved to upload for the next contribution. Please ensure the amounts are correct, that you have removed any leavers and added any joiners to the contribution upload for the contribution period. If this needs to be amended, please do so before uploading. This completes the contribution data upload tutorial. Thank you for listening, and thank you for choosing Your Island Pension.